Wrestling fans, what's going on, man? It's Black Couch Booking here with a brand new video. If you're new to the channel, please like, comment, subscribe. I promise you will not be disappointed. And if you're old to the channel, Couch Crew, welcome back to a new video, man. Hope you guys are enjoying yourselves today. Hope you guys enjoy Night of Champions. And we got a lot to talk about, so I'm ready to get right into it, man. Let's get it. Let's go. I got the Seth Rollins shades on because we got a lot to talk about. Hey, man. But first off, let me say this, right? The Saudi crowd, for the most part, was pretty rocking tonight. I mean, the Saudi Arabia crowd for the PLEs is normally really good. So, of course, I had no complaints about that. I love to see a crowd engaged, loud, giving the stars something to, go off of, feeding off, energy and vibes, which is pretty good. I will say, shout out to my dog, Influential Sports. I will say wholeheartedly that they could have named this something else. They should have just kept it King and Queen of the Ring and still had the same match card, because Night of Champions with 2 championships is nasty. But surprisingly, I actually enjoyed this PLE. I had a good time. Me personally, I don't think it was mid. I think it was actually pretty good. Like, the matches, all the matches in my opinion were pretty good for different reasons, some better than others, and I will get into that. But let's start off with the first match, Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton. I like the pacing of this match. You know what I'm saying? I like to see the slow, methodical, technical wrestling, chain wrestling, grappling, good stuff like that. And it was really a teacher versus student type of match. And I ain't gonna lie, I did think Randy was gonna win at one point. And I see a lot of backlash already that Cody Rhodes won. A lot of people are not happy with that. But I will say that I think it was the right decision. Cody Rhodes at SummerSlam, I don't want to spoil who his opponent will be, but obviously y'all probably seen it. But Cody Rhodes at SummerSlam is money. It's tickets, it's sales, and I can't wait to see it live, baby. So I do think that was the right decision. Cody Rhodes the way Cody Rhodes was wrestling, bro, it's like they're kind of teasing something's gonna go on, because he was wrestling very heelish. I mean, he was stretching out his mentor's back, and his mentor got a very bad back. And this was also teased in the match with Kevin Owens as well. There's a lot of edge to Cody Rhodes that I think they're going to explore for the future, and I really do think Cody Rhodes will be a heel, before it's all said and done. But I like that he's wrestling with this aggression, and Randy Orton heel turn is definitely coming. I mean, y'all seen it. He looked disgusted when Cody Rhodes tried to give him a shout out, talking about, and shout out Randy Orton. And Randy Orton like, man, if you don't get your whole ass out my face with that nonsense. But I like the match, man. I like the match. I don't need 450 splashes, dives off top ropes all the time. Sometimes it's like a good old clean. That's like an old school wrestling match we just watched. And I did think that Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes put on a great match, in my opinion. I enjoyed it. Out of 5, I would definitely give it like a 3.5. So it was a good match. I won't say great, but I had fun watching it. And this next match, though, Rhea Ripley versus Raquel Rodriguez, man. Shout out to Raquel Rodriguez, man. Cut a great promo on Raw the other day, doing the solo thing on her own. I like that she walk around with both of the belts. I think Roxanne will be, the person to hold that second belt, because although Raquel Rodriguez, spoiler alert, lost this match, I think it's going to add to, she still got respect for Roxanne Perez for even trying. But I will complain about this. I hate that interferences really don't mean anything, but I'm happy it meant something in one of the matches later on. I'll get to that. But I really hate that interferences, especially with this is exclusive to the Judgment Day. Most of the time, if it wasn't Dom interfering in the Liv Morgan match, every other Judgment Day member that interfered in each other's matches, the person still loses. So what's the point of having a stable? It's really dumb and it's really stupid. Genuinely, it's really the dumbest shit ever. But it's fine though, man. You know what I'm saying? Rhea Ripley won. Rhea Ripley got the hot hand. I mean, Rhea Ripley's on the road to get her world title back, and they love Rhea Ripley. They're pushing Rhea Ripley. There's nothing you can do about it. I did want Raquel Rodriguez to get the win, because if she would have got the win off of Roxanne Perez's interference, that would have justified her and Roxanne defending the titles as the tag team champions, and that would have helped Finn Balor say, see, I told you she's good to have around, and Dom start warming up to her. Like, they could have built up that story while building up Raquel Rodriguez as, oh, now I'm the leader of the tag team. I'm not Liv Morgan's sidekick. sidekick. Now Roxanne Perez is my sidekick. I think they should have played on that. Me personally, it was a good match nonetheless. That spot with the table, the referee was holding that table for dear life. I thought she was gonna do the Eradicator through the folded table. I don't know why I thought that. I'm an idiot, but you know, it was a cool spot nonetheless, but very dangerous. But I'm happy it worked out for the best, and I'm looking forward to seeing what happens next. And I do think Roxanne Perez has earned her place in the Judgment Day because she's no different than everybody else in Judgment Day. They interfere in each other's matches, and the motherfuckers still lose. So she should be in the Judgment Day. There's no justification of why she shouldn't be in the Judgment Day at this point in time. Karrion Kross, Sami Zayn. Karrion Kross, I'm gonna hate to see you go because I think it's official. I think Karrion Kross is out of there, bro. There's no reason why Karrion Kross should still be in WWE. He just lost to Sami Zayn. What is he going to do next? Sami Zayn proved him wrong. But Karrion Kross did prove to a lot of people that he does take back bumps. He took at least 3 to 5 back bumps. I was counting, and I remember 3 for sure. So the back bumps is not the reason why they wasn't pushing him. They wasn't pushing him because they don't want to push him. No matter how many shirts he sells, no matter how the pop crowd reaction he gets, they just don't want to push him. And that's the thing with WWE. WWE will push who they want to push, not who got the hot hand and who is like, you know what I'm saying, like developing their own fan base, got a cult following, social media going crazy. If they want to push somebody, they'll push them. So we just got to live with that reality, and that is what it is. The match itself was a good match. I thought Karrion Kross did very well to not have wrestled on a main stage in a very long time. And Sami Zayn was doing his thing too. I mean, it was obvious that Sami Zayn was going to win in Saudi Arabia, but I think they should have went with the not obvious choice and let Karrion Kross get the win this time around. That would have been a great way to build a heel, but this kind of let me know, and I could be wrong, and if I'm wrong, I'm very happy that they're probably going to let Karrion Kross go once his contract expires. I love Karrion Kross. I don't want to see him go, but I don't see what the point would be for him to just lose that match. He's going to be on the backstage again, not have no matches, and just keep going with the same cycle. Let that man go somewhere else and wrestle, whether it be AEW, whether it be TNA, whether it be the independent scene. I just want to see Killer Kross wrestle again. So if I see Killer Kross in AEW, I would love to see an interaction with Killer Kross and Jon Moxley, me personally. I love you, Solo. My tribal chief is finally a singles champion on the main roster. So Sikoa did, in fact, beat Jacob Fatu. We got the return of the GOAT, Tonga Loa, and we got the debut of, I don't know how to say it, I ain't gonna say it, of his other brother, you know what I'm saying? So Sikoa Bloodline 3.0 story is here. Paul Heyman did say, oh, this is just Paul Heyman and Roman Reigns said, oh, this is the beginning of the Bloodline story. That didn't mean that they had to be a part of it. So we still got a Bloodline story in 2025, probably going into 2026 with a brand new cast. And I'm interested to see how this Bloodline Civil War is going to keep going, because now we got all new players. Roman's not involved. Jimmy's involved. Jacob's involved. Solo, we got JC Mateo, and the Tonga, yes, are involved, and I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with that story and how they develop it. And So Sikoa was the champion. That's all I've been wanting this whole time. So Sikoa finally got his flowers, and I'm very happy. And he's funny. He was being real funny in that match, bro. He was taunting Jacob Fatu. I think I like this style. I know a lot of people say it's a little too goofy. I do miss So Sikoa being serious, but I like his style of leadership. As you know, he still have a laugh every now and then. Roman Reigns was cutting jokes as the tribal chief as well, so why can't So Sikoa do that as well? I think the next match, a lot of people are going to say, is the bottom of the matches for the night, but it still wasn't a bad match. Asuka did put in a lot of work in this match, I ain't gonna lie, but Jade Cargill, this match definitely looked better than the match against Roxanne Perez. Me personally, I like this match way better than the match against Roxanne Perez. I cannot lie to you guys. I kid you not. I thought this match was better. Did I think Asuka was going to win? Maybe at one point, but Jade Cargill winning is the right decision. It's crazy that SmackDown has 2 King and Queen of the Ring winners, and they're going to go on to SummerSlam and, you know, fight for the championships, and there's no King or Queen of the Ring on Raw, but it is what it is. So shout out to them for sure. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing Naomi cash in. I think that they should cash in and make it a triple threat match. I don't think Jade should win. I've been the one pitching that Jade should beat Tiffany, then Naomi cash in, but I don't want Jade to have a 10-minute, 5-minute women's championship run. I think you make it a triple threat, and Naomi successfully, beats, pins Jade Cargill to, add insult to injury. But I thought this match was all right. Definitely, probably I thought all the matches were pretty good. But out of all the matches, it's probably toward the bottom for me. I did enjoy the street fight because Raquel Rodriguez and Rhea Ripley had some good offense in my opinion, and I think Raquel Rodriguez looked like a really, really big deal. She did some great stuff with Rhea Ripley, and I think people should put their eyes on Raquel Rodriguez after that performance. It was a great performance to me. But shout out to Jade Cargill, Queen of the Ring. I predicted this a long time ago, and I'm very happy that, she's going to go to SummerSlam. I can't wait to see it. And last but not least, so I hate to compare, but CM Punk versus John Cena was way better than John Cena versus Randy, and that is how you end a feud, a rivalry. It was tied up. John Cena got the last win, so John Cena did beat CM Punk successfully. There's a lot of shenanigans, which I will get into, but I'm happy that, that match is actually really, really good, and John Cena and CM Punk really put on that match. So I guess now we can definitively say that the John Cena versus CM Punk rivalry has had better matches than John Cena versus Randy Orton. But John Cena versus Randy Orton is still GOATed, in my opinion, based off of the build-ups and stuff like that. But Seth Rollins, man, I thought he was going to cash in, but I figured it wasn't going to be a successful cash in because he came out in street clothes. If he would have came out with his gear, he would have definitely cashed in successfully. But like I said, he's going to cash in on John Cena, bro. He's cashing in for that WWE Championship. Mark my words. I don't think he's going to show up for Gunther versus Goldberg. I hope not, because that would be a waste of showing up at Saturday main event for that nonsense. But I do think that Seth Rollins will cash in on John Cena, and they teased it multiple times in this match. John Cena turning back face. I think they did that for a reason. I genuinely think John Cena will turn back face. He was going to hit CM Punk with the belt, said no. Think about this. If it wasn't for him saying no, and he said no, right? He was going to hit CM Punk with the belt. The match was going to keep going. If John Cena never mistakenly took out the referee, he still would have fought him straight up. So that would have been a proper face turn. And then, John Cena shook his hand, but then obviously went back to his heelish ways against CM Punk and took him out. But, and had Seth Rollins take CM Punk out with the curb stomp. But I do think that John Cena will turn face before his last match. I think he's going to end as a face, even if he's not world champion. Him ending as a face would be good for the farewell tour, because the heel run isn't all that. I like the stuff he's done, tonight and on SmackDown as a heel, and a pipe bomb as a heel. But other than that, it hasn't lived up to what people thought it was going to be. But I will say, though, man, I wanted Seth Rollins to cash in so bad, y'all. I'm not going to lie. I was so excited, man. I was like, yes, please, 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 please. I was begging for Seth Rollins to cash in. Seth and CM Punk might have some words on Raw, so I think we're going to pick up with that until Seth Rollins is ready to cash in successfully. But John Cena and CM Punk was great. Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed did some good things. Sami Zayn and Penta came out, which was cool. You know what I'm saying? People got to see Penta. They love Penta. And Sami Zayn got to get another pop, which is great for him. So, this John Cena versus CM Punk match is great, man. I saw some great stuff, but 3 AAs and kicking out is kind of nasty. But, I mean, it's CM Punk, you know what I'm saying? I'm not mad at that. I ain't going to harp too much on that. I personally enjoyed the PLE. I want to know what you guys think. Like I said, I think John Cena will turn face. I think Seth Rollins will cash in. I do think that this overall event was pretty good. I will bring this up, though, man. Jade Cargill got no reception when she won Queen of the Ring and when she gave her speech, which, as expected, I mean, I can't put it past them. But I will say her Queen of the Ring speech felt hella like, it was bad acting. Like, it felt like it was scripted and she was trying to remember her lines. It didn't feel natural. You know what I'm saying? Like, Cody Rhodes, his felt more natural. You know what I'm saying? Like Jade Cargill, it didn't feel natural, but we're going to keep working. We're going to keep seeing, what can be done with her. I hope her acting in this movie with Jonathan Majors is going to be better, because that wasn't it. But I do like Jade Cargill still, so I'm not going to harp too much on that. This PLE out of 10, I'll definitely give it an 8, me personally, because the matches were good. I like the debut of the other Tongan. I like the return of Tongaloa. I like that Sikoa actually won a championship, so we had a championship actually change hands. I like that they gave the women a match outside of Queen of the Ring and a championship match, and they actually got to do something really, really good, and they're actually going to progress the Judgment Day story. And I think Cody Rhodes winning was the right decision, because at the end of the day, y'all know Cody Rhodes got to try to get his get back. And if Seth Rollins does cash in during Cody Rhodes and John Cena, and he cashes in successfully, you could bring up that Seth Rollins has never beat Cody Rhodes since Cody Rhodes has come back. So that could be a rivalry right there while John Cena does something else to end his retirement. So I think that we're in a good position with the things that have occurred recently. But I want to know what all of you guys think, man. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for the love, support as always, man. I really enjoyed the PLE. I can't even sit over here and lie. I sat down and watched it. So I enjoyed it. And we're going to talk about it on stream as well. So thank y'all for the love and support. Talk to y'all later, man. Peace out.